Welcome back, everybody! Map number 1 in our final best of 5 of the day. My voice is totally not going at all. We're going to be heading to Alterac Pass for map number 1. Go ahead and get you all a Twitch gamble going here. What is it? It's DeepDiveXtreme. And you know they're extreme because they use an X in their name. Alright, Twitch gamble has started. Let's do our housekeeping. Let's get into this. We are here in the lower bracket final matchup of this Group B bracket. So winner punches their ticket to the playoffs the weekend of May 24th, 25th, and 31st. So 2 weekends will be the playoffs for this. Next weekend is our last chance qualifier, single elimination bracket. So if one of these two teams loses in the series, they're not out completely. They have one more opportunity to make their way into the playoffs. But we did see a team earlier today win in their best of 5 series, which means they are confirmed as one of the 6 teams. Sorry, one of the 6 teams. I had to remember how many teams there were available. But either way, this is standard Heroes of the Storm draft. No tournament shenanigans, no meta madness, no limitation on hero drafts. Straight up 90 heroes available. Alterac Pass is going to be map number 1 of this series. We got a Junkrat first pick for the side of DeepDiveXtreme. Chromie, Muradin on the left. Sylvanas and Hanzo on the right to be banned away. Map ban-wise, Storm League Enjoyers banned away, Dragonshire and Sky Temple, Battlefield of Eternity and Braxton's Holdout banned away by the side of DeepDiveXtreme, and this will be map choice coming out from Storm League Enjoyers, I believe. My friend's screen name is Cheeseburgers. That sounds delicious. Blaze Brightwing on the right. Is there a Dahaka pick coming through? Nubrek is often a prioritized tank on this map as well because of his availability to summon beetles. He can solo the objective phasing pretty effectively. I wouldn't mind seeing in a Nubrek. We're going to have to find out what the actual priority is going to be. A Nubrek, Rhaegar with a Junkrat. Really good delay coming out from the side of DeepDiveXtreme. Storm League Enjoyers. Chen to be banned away by Storm League Enjoyers, okay. Target ban on their solo laner there. Muradin was target banned against Mopsio. Is there a Johanna ban? Johanna would be a nice tank to have for the members of Storm League Enjoyers. Shield Glares are nice, Condemn, Iron Skin to block shots. Poor Forget What's gonna miss his favorite map. So, Junkrat, Rhaegar, Nubrek. I don't think it's a Stitches game, but like, May's available if they want the blinds. Stitches, Diablo's up too. Diablo is a bit of that comfort pick for Mopsio. We have seen them play it a bit today already. Junkrat, Rhaegar, and Nubrek. Hanzo and Genji are still up and available. They're going to need a solo laner into Blaze. I'd like to, maybe like Leoric and Genji? Maybe like Leoric and Genji here. Really good opportunity with Entomb to pull people together. We're actually going to see our first Rainer of the weekend. First Rainer this week. Rainer had like 90% participation in Group A, and this is like, I think, the first Rainer pick or ban for Group B. But this is Jimmy. Last pick on the right-hand side. Ooh, what are we gonna get? Oh, they should Abathur this, totally. Oh, they get Jaina. Jaina's like a tried and true. Okay. Hogger wasn't even banned, I just realized. This is like one of Hogger's best maps for grabbing camps and stuff, and surprised he didn't even make it into the draft. But either way, the Twitch gamble is going. If you don't see the gamble, F5 your stream. You will not get ads because pre-roll is off, all that good stuff. Thanks for being here. Final best of 5 of the day. Let's get some nice big gambles for every single game because players love it. It's not just for me, it's for the players. Nice spooky worm ash mantle. Thanks for showing me your worm. I don't know why I'm like this. Right side of the map, third best of 5 of the day. Thanks for being here, everybody, checking out the games. If you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube channel. We've got a Storm League enjoyers, Aryan, Zeratul, Itrax, Greymane, Mac, Brightwing, Mopsio, Diablo, and in the bottom lane, Rye on Blaze. Left side of the map, we saw them earlier today. They had a bit of a break, but now they're sitting here looking to be the gatekeepers in this series. We have DeepDiveXtreme, Virgil playing Leoric, Dead Inside is your Raynor, Darnus, Rhaegar, Shizik, Anubrak, and Hopaka on Junkrat. 7K on the Storm League enjoyers. As Anubrak steps up, immediate impale onto the wave and Fort Front Gate. Shizik gets chunked by that Greymane, has to back away. No trade, no kills. Consume Vitality for Leoric. You'll have Legion of Beetles, Ace in the Hole, Colossal Totem, and of course your extra one timers. Zeratul with the Shadow Hunter level 1, Hypershift Brightwing, Adrenaline Stimpak, Soul Shield Diablo, and Viciousness Greymane. Zeratul blinks past the Concussion Mine, taps the well, no kill in top lane. Anubrak burrowing into the bush looking for something. Auto here and there, Greymane working on the wave, Hypershift into top lane, onto the Zeratul. Leoric putting the pressure, Polymorph into Leoric, and he is a pig. Firestomp from Diablo, they're focusing on Mac, Soothing misactivated. But the sad little fairy dragon will fall. 1 for 1 as Raynor puts some pressure onto Blaze. Little TVT action in bottom. Oh, you're just in time. I kept saying, I was like, I hope Forget What can hear me. Maybe if I mention enough times his name, he'll hear that he's missing Alterac Pass. Nicely done. Ooh. Nice. Okay, I'll have to check that out after this game. Thank you. Thank you, Forget What. I appreciate you taking photos for us. Alrighty. Camps to be grabbed in mid. Those will be crashing in just a moment. Zeratul, Leoric, and top. Objective phase number 1 in about a minute. Skeletal Swing does have Ghastly Reach level 4. Often the combo with that level 1 we do see. Beta Barbs for Anubrak. Behemoth Armor Raynor. Got those Chattering Teeth for Junkrat as well. Blaze just working on Sapper Camp here. Or not Sapper Camp, Nullpack, and that'll be cleared away. Diablo, though, getting chased by Shizik. Phase Shift from Brightwing comes through. Diablo looks for the Shadow Charge onto Junkrat. Concussive Blast for penetrating round. Bops Blaze back. Itrax will fall. A second kill over the side of DeepDiveXtreme as Ride the Blaze will be launched up into the air and collides with the ground as the objective phase is up for contest. But I think the priority is heavy, heavy, heavy siege in the bottom lane. Wonderfully done, opening up the Fort Front Gate. Still, boss is not going to be spawning until 5 minutes in game time, so another 2 minutes. Rhaegar Hearth's out for full. Objective phases are contestable. Zeratul just chilling in mid. Blaze already working on another Nullpack camp. Nullpack on the left side should be started by Hopaka. Brightwing just clears things out on top. Dead Inside the Raynor will be able to come up here and grab this. He's already got 6 stacks on Behemoth Armor, which is kind of surprising. This feels very fast on that one. And Anubrak, was he dead? Rhaegar get what? There's no way, dude. Razor Swipe, auto attack, something. Zeratul does get the kill onto Anubrak. It's 3-2 in kills, and this best of 5 series is looking like it is going to be a bit of a bloodbath. I have a gut feeling we're going to go the distance on this one. Three to 2 in kills, 4 minutes in, no objective priority from either side. Zeratul, though, 10 of 15 stacks on that level 1 already. Oh, Dead Inside, chunked a little bit by the Blaze, who did activate his Adrenaline Stimpak and Pyromania. Diablo goes in with the Shadow Charge, Overpower. Shizik's the target, Polymorph by Brightwing. Zeratul almost gets the kill. Zeratul actually does get the kill. Greymane rolls in. He does not roll in deep for Donkey Kong Country, as he will be able to back off and go into bottom lane. No one saw that Itrex. No one saw that. Nothing to mention there. Blaze soaking up top lane. Zeratul backing out of mid from the Junkrat poke. We currently have Diablo Brightwing on the objective. 15 seconds to go on that timer. Jailers are getting a delay here. Auto attacks from Brightwing are going to be enough. Meanwhile, Zeratul, big jump propulsion from Blaze! And Rhaegar does go down. Objective phase stalled out with 6 seconds to go, but Greymane lunges in, gets the itty-bitty razor swipe needed. Might have actually just sneezed on Leoric and he just crumpled into a pile of bones. Oh man, we need a Leoric skin that when he dies, it makes the xylophone noise like you used to have in cartoons when like a pile of bones would collapse. That's something Heroes of the Storm needs for a skin for Leoric. Storm League enjoyers summoning the Horde Cavalry from Drekthar's side of the map. And we'll see how the Filthy Alliance members, backed by Vandar Stormpike, do here. 10s on both sides. Might of the Nerazim, Blink Heal, Bunker, Lightning Breath, Curse Bullets, Ancestral, Rainer's Raiders, Entomb, Cocoon, and Riptire. So we cycle through the other numbers once again. Greymane auto attacks coming through onto the fort front gate. Rainer managing top, Leoric managing bottom. And this objective gets like nothing, dude. Fort front gate and bottom. Top lane is pretty much saved. It does, is this the gate that has no HP? It's the gate. The two towers are still very healthy. A very, very weak and kind of poo-poo objective phase right there. What's up, Ruxar? How you doing, bud? That would give Leo players even more excuse to die over and over again. That is true. I would be like, oh no, I died, but I get to hear this funny animation noise. That is true. Oh, we'll see if we get to level 20. I mean, it's expected on this map because of just this map typically goes post level 20, especially with the necessary 2 keeps to be taken down oftentimes to be able to end the map. I assume we'll get Dustwing for Rainer, which is going to be huge. Dustwing is... what the hell? I did not know that the Dustwing, if it's in the mud, gets covered in mud. I have never known this before. That's weird. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Alright, little animation thing. As we were looking at animations in top lane, Leoric goes down to Zeratul and Greymane. I think you can kind of piece together what happened on that one. Nubrak trying to burrow into Zeratul. He blinks away. Leoric trying to offer up some vision to the allies in that burrow, but it ain't happening. Diablo rolls into bottom lane. Little fire stomp out. Does have full souls currently. And our next objective phase is here. Top lane, of course. Rainer pushing up onto Blaze's fort over here, and he'll be able to push back the wave. Ew. Look, just because you find me disgusting, Allura, doesn't mean you have to come in and publicly state it, okay? My feelings are hurt, and I know we have beef, but it's not nice to... Zeratul looks to chase a good cocoon onto the Greymane. He does get the Curse Bullet hit onto Rhaegar, who will take the disengage on the low side of the lane. Diablo Shadow charges onto Leoric, and the xylophone noise happens as Leoric does fall. Rainer has another wave push up onto the fort. We've got him working on the defenders around the objective area. Blaze grabs a camp. Not you, but also you, though. Okay, well, that's fair. Greymane lunges in. Darnus trying to back away. Leoric comes in with a Wraithwalk and a huge Skeletal Swing. No kill onto Rhaegar once again. Nubrak re-engaged with the Burrow Charge. Impale coming out from him as well. Bunker summoned by Blaze. The Riptire from Junkrat. A few allies jump inside. Mopsio looks to Shadow Charge onto Rhaegar. Finds the Lightning Breath activation afterwards on the dead side. Jet Propulsion from Blaze finds a couple members. Mopsio getting a little bit low from the Rainer's Raider. Huge Soothing Mist. Critical Mist addition from Brightwing level 7. Nubrak Burrow charges to the safety of the fort in mid. Meanwhile, Junkrat delays out Zeratul once. And Diablo says, no delays for you. Gets the Shadow Charge smash into the wall. Greymane hit with another Cocoon as he almost took down a Nubrak. And this will be Greymane broken out. Mid lane fort could fall here. Greymane, no inner beast active. Virgil on that Leoric is just kind of like, hit me, please, hit me, so you're forced to take tower shots. It's not going to work out in the end. Mid fort does go down. Raider's going to try and trade in bottom lane. And that'll be that. Look, Allura, if you're going to come in here and insult me, at least give me your prime gaming. 4 seconds to go on that channel. No, it's good to see you, bud. Thanks for coming by. If anything, I should take your VIP and give it to Justing. Alright, anyways. Shenanigans aside, the second objective phase will come through for Storm League enjoyers. And it seems like top lane is going to be the priority for the time being. For the core 4, we got Blaze pushing up bottom. 16 almost here on the right by half a level. 6 kill advantage. You already spent it? Wow. Oof. Yeah, that's awkward. Entomb finds Greymane. He razor swipes off the sidewall to jump out. Phase shift from Brightwing, I assume, into the bottom lane into Zeratul. With Blaze pushing onto that fort. They don't get the top lane fort. Diablo with a big fire stomp through the enemy to try and get the dismount, but also a little bit of healing coming through that as well. Nubrek burrow charges in. The Cocoon onto Greymane, who did land a cursed bullet into that. Leoric as Mopsio will go down. Greymane uses the minion to razor swipe off to the side. They don't get the fort, but meanwhile in bottom lane things do get pushed up. 16s for both sides. As Siege Camp will be available. Mid lane just needs to be cleared up by Junkrat. Siege Camp, or Null Pack Camp over here. 4 seconds to go. Brightwing checking boss. Alright, Brightwing Zeratul to start this. The enemy team in top lane will grab... Wow, that's really fast damage onto the boss right there. Alright, Nubarak already rotating out. Next objective phase, a little bit away from being popped up on the map. We'll be in the lower side. I believe it's 50 seconds of channel time necessary. Boss is traded, but here's the thing. Bottom lane boss for Storm League enjoyers, that's heading onto a keep front gate that's taking a wee bit of damage. Null packs in mid are crashing and clashing. Leoric pushes up at top lane a little bit. Set up in the mid. Nubarak finds the impale hit. Zeratul jumps onto this Leoric, who misses the drain. Zeratul with a few more auto attacks coming through. Greymane goes to top. Rest of the enemy team goes to bottom. And that looks like it's the end of that back and forth. Oh, wait, hold on, though. In top lane, Zeratul and Blaze are going to try and take down this fort raw. They have bunker if they really need it, but Zeratul going to tank a lot of tower shots, backs off. It's a blink heal from Brightwing. Now Blaze taking those shots, and they can take this down easily. All 3 forts have been removed on the left-hand side. That's periodic reavers in all 3 lanes. In the mid lane, we still have a pretty hardy and healthy fort. We'll see who's able to grab this next objective as 20 talent tiers coming up soon. Let's go ahead and cycle through the numbers again. Sure, you're curious what the mid to late game numbers, stat-wise, are faring.
Time for some action.
4 jailers, 50 seconds of channel time. Alpaca tries to get the channel. Looks like Leoric will be able to get it immediately. No pack for mid lane grabbed once again from Storm League enjoyers. Zeratul not showing. Might have been seen from... Oopsie, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Might have been seen from something from Junkrat's poke right there. There's a rip tire. Zeratul tries to jump to the back line, and Alpaca gets a concussion mine to safety. The Ancestor healing goes, I think, onto the wrong target. Jet propulsion in from Blaze, Cocoon onto Zeratul. He blinks away immediately, no penetrating round connection onto him. Objective phase stalled with 26 seconds to go. And Brightwing trying to get some heals onto Mopsio, who gets hit with a burrow charge from a Nubarak. Mopsio's so very low. He's got souls, I believe. No, I don't see the soul stone. Leoric and Diablo be traded. Diablo full death timer right there. Mid lane, by the way, remember that null pack I mentioned? Yeah, Junkrat's gonna need to go deal with that. Brightwings, I was gonna say, they see Junkrat in mid, they know it's a 4v5 in their favor. They're gonna run straight at the enemy team. Did Zeratul get a hit? Is he able to warp blade back in? Junkrat cleared out mid, grabbing a null pack of their own on the left side. Mac going for the channel, interrupted. Jet Propulsion from Blaze hits a Nubrak. Unfortunately, that is going to be Burrow Charge already activated. Nubrak getting low. Greymane jumps in with the Dark Flight, and Zeratul starts cleaning up the fight, but Zeratul does get taken down by the point-blank Riptire from Junkrat. It doesn't matter, though. Leorc's about to respawn. Concussion Mine pushes this Greymane to the side, and a couple kills. Really good over to the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Diablo has respawned. Channel. Greymane, is he able to jump over this? He gets hit with a Steel Trap. He can't get there in time. Cursed Bullet at least thrown onto the Leorc. If that Steel Trap wasn't there, they could have invaded that easily. 20 on the right side, we got Shadow Falls, Invisible Friends, Fortified Bunker, Tooth and Claw for the Greymane, and Diablo Hellgate. On the opposing side, Duskwing, Traitor King, Buried Alive, Extra Oomph, Farseer's Blessing. Why is Duskwing so great? Because increased health and leash range of Rainer's Raider by 100%. Its basic attack lowers enemy armor by 3 for 1 second, stacking up to 30. And the Duskwing, or the Rainer's Raider attack speed, is 2 per second. You really lower armor quite quickly with that. First bullet misses Leorc. The objective will not be stalled out, and fourth objective goes over the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Third? Fourth? I can't remember. No, this is third. They've gotten all 3 in a row. All right, 7 kill advantage. Maybe looking for top lane keep. Mid lane is opened up. Diablo's gonna show. As the enemy team is in bottom lane, they start blasting back with Junkrat. Concussion Mines. He does have Ripper Air level 16 or level 13 to back off a little bit faster. We'll move around the map. Bottom and top still about 50%. Mid lane keep getting low. Fire Stomps from Diablo. Greymane Inner Beast is active. It actually just expired. And the mid objective gets about 50%. But here's the thing. Bottom and top are still pushing up, and the moment the enemy team goes for those Storm League Enjoyers, they want mid keep. Null Pack to be pushed in. They have their fort still, so it's constant Reaver minions versus no periodic. I do not blame the call for mid lane keep. Junkrat managing top. Bottom still pushing up. Totem goes down from Rhaegar, Burrow Jet Propulsion from Blaze, the Entomb with the Buried Alive. Allies are jumping inside the bunker. The Riptire Extra Oomph does not get the kill they were hoping for. Junkrat 20 seconds on that heroic timer. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze, Ancestral onto Leoric as we currently have Zeratul on the top left trying to back away. Throws back the Singularity Spike, misses. And the entire team is disengaging. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, though, the objective phase is maybe going to take down a keep. It's going to be close, but I think maybe about 3,000 HP left on the keep in the end. I'm wrong. It's 1,600 and some change. But here's the thing. The boss in the top is being grabbed immediately by Storm League Enjoyers. The enemy team says they're probably on top, boss. Let's go to bottom. Oh, wait. Okay, yes. Boss and top lane grabbed, and they're gonna hard push in, I think. And the keep front gate's been damaged a little bit. So it's boss grab for bottom, full recall from the entire team. They take out the towers, the Reaver minions pushed up, and they disengaged. I would assume they rotate into bottom for bottom keep. As I mentioned, it's like 1,600 HP on that. Zeratul can solo that. He'll lose like 50% of his HP doing so. Not even. Bottom keep has been felled. Storm League Enjoyers are looking for a map 1 victory in this lower bracket best of 5 final. And no, they don't go for mid. Rainer managing top should save this around, I'm going to say 1,619. Close to it, 1,345. Bottom lane boss will be cleared away. Next objective phase coming up in the top of the map. We have bosses up in 4 minutes. Both sides, or at least top and bottom. No mid keep taken down, though. No mid keep. They will go ahead and grab Reaver minions for mid. Or no pack for mid. Oh, we don't want ads, Twitch. No. We snooze those. No ads coming through in the middle of the game. Twitch, why are you like this? Don't you know we're doing casting?
This bomb's for you! Free our soldiers and show the horde what the Stormpike Guard can do!
Okay, so mid wave will be cleared away. Nubrek anchoring just above that in case anyone steps up. Diablo starts going for the objective. Zeratul hugging the high side of this engagement. Entomb from Leorc is good onto 2. Blaze inside of that. No bunker. He will be able to get it towards the end or afterwards. Riptire from Junkrat had the reset. Trying to find the triple hit here. Is going to be able to get it onto... Actually, it only hit... No, it hit 3. So Junkrat got the Riptire reset. Will he go for another one here? It's going to be a big lightning breath from the Diablo. Nubrek getting really, really low. That's going to be Riptire taking down the Greymane. Another Riptire coming out. Only gets a double hit. Zeratul trying to get away from Rhaegar. Does he have a way to dip dive and dodge out of this one? He is invisible. Darnas has a Earth Grasp Totem. Gotta be careful of this, though. Zeratul has decent damage, and Nubrek burrow charges in. Zeratul blinks to the side. Uh-oh. No. Oh, no. Oh, Darnus gets the lunge and finds the kill as the double kill is picked up by the side of DeepDiveXtreme. And there's a point where you're like, is it beneficial for Zeratul to die faster just because he'll respawn closer to Greymane? Or did he really think he was going to get away there? I mean, hey, if you believe you're getting away, kudos to you for trying. It didn't work out, and that is going to be a double kill over the side of DeepDiveXtreme, who, in this late game, are really coming back on Alterac Pass. Is this a game-winning push? Bottom keep is exposed a bit. Mid keep is being opened up with the Null Pack and Nubarak minion wave. We're going to find out here. 14 seconds on Zeratul as the Alliance Cavalry pushes into the respective top, mid, and bottom. Junkrat goes to push up top lane, or bottom lane a little bit faster. Those Reaver minions tanking a lot of physical damage. So Null Pack cleared away. Armor debuff on the structure does expire. Mid objective will be absolutely cleared away so quickly. Junkrat joining in with the allies. Top lane objective will be the next target since there's no wave really pushing bottom. Granted, since the enemy team was showing top, side of DeepDiveXtreme will try and take down mid keep still. They're going to get it down below 50%. Diablo looks for a shadow charge, doesn't find it. Zeratul leaves the minion wave to be cleared up by the top lane keep. Bottom lane still around 75%. Thanks for the lurk, bud. I appreciate it. Fire Stomp again. Shadow Charge on the Shizik. Nubrek burrows to the side. Double hit from Junkrat, 21-second cooldown. Oil Slick thrown out by Blaze. Maybe bottom lane keep does go down here. Yeah, bottom lane keep should go down, but Diablo and friends, they want to try and find a kill. Curse Bullet into a Nubrek forces out that Ancestor Healing. Zeratul trying to find an angle. The Buried Alive does not get the target they were hoping for. Junkrat blasting back as the objective gets the bottom lane keep. Oh, Nubrek burrows back in onto Diablo. The Face Shift from Brightwing will be coming through. Big Soothing Mist activation immediately after the Riptire finds only Zeratul, who will be cocooned. We currently have Blink Heals from Brightwing. And Zeratul on the back line, broken out by that, by the Greymane, but Zeratul's getting so much cleave value. Raynor is just peppering the enemy team. He'll be taken down. Zeratul should be picked off right here by Leorc's mace to the face. And we have got a Brightwing Blaze to defend. Diablo souls were expended. He's going to try and save top lane keep, and will be able to do so. My gosh, what a bloodbath in this series right here. 11-15. And this is map 1, chat. This is the first map of the series. Diablo caught inside the Entomb. No one's able to step up for that. York tanking a few too many tower shots, needs to back away. Brightwing still trying to save top. She's going to hearth out. Midkeep is still alive. Jet Propulsion finds the Rhaegar.
Ready to go.
And is trying their best to take them down. Yo, Ninja, thank you for the tier 1 6-month gifted sub to Alora. Alora, welcome back to the Bahamuts for the next 6 months. You can't escape us. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Ninja. Falling out here with a 6-month gifted sub. Oh, there's a pause. That is inconvenient. Let's find out what's going on. You'll never get rid of me now, Baha? Well, only for 6 months. Pause. Why do we have a pause? Okay. Never mind. I don't know why we have a pause. Yo, Ninja, I appreciate it greatly. Thank you so very much. And Alora, welcome back to our lovely community. Thanks for hanging out. Bottom boss goes to an exposed core. Top boss goes to a keep, which would take down a second keep. Are we getting a base race? Chat, are we getting a base race? Hearth's coming out over here. Storm League enjoyers are saying, you know what? It's 26 minutes. We just want to keep. Never mind, just kidding. Haha. Or are they pushing? No, they're waiting for boss. Okay. They push up past boss to get the keep. If they could take down the Duskwing, that'd be really nice. It's like a 40-second cooldown on that. Little arcane flare into the bush. Bottom boss is on core. Minion wave behind that, but they're committed to core on this side. Hellgate in from Diablo, focusing onto the Rainer, trying to take down him. There's going to be an Entomb from Leorc, but he's the first one to get picked off. Lightning Breath from Diablo. Riptire comes out from Junkrat. That's one reset right there. Only getting another singular hit. The core is falling here rapidly on the left-hand side. Rhaegar goes down. Storm League enjoyers call for core, and they will take map number 1 in this best of 5 lower bracket playoff deciding matchup. GG, well played. But hey, I got a feeling this series is going to go the distance. "26 minutes and 9 seconds later, map number 1 goes over to Storm League enjoyers. Welcome back, everybody! Map number 2. Sorry, excuse me. Burps. Map number 2 in this best of 5 series. It is a lower bracket final. Winner punches their ticket to the playoff. Loser goes to the last chance qualifier next weekend and has to fight through a multitude of best of 5s, I believe, on Saturday and Sunday to get a spot. So this is for the 4th of 6 spots. There are no tournament shenanigans, no baseline bans, no limited heroes, no meta madness. It's straight up quality Heroes of the Storm to celebrate 10 years of the best MOBA to ever exist. And we got a Twitch gamble going for all of you right now. If you'd like to make a prediction, get your gambles in. This is a best of 5 series. We got a Gul'dan, Chromie banned away on the left-hand side. D.Va will be banned away, as I believe DeepDiveXtreme has first picked a D.Va. I think I saw it yesterday. They first picked a D.Va. Mr. Bandit, you're doing so good today, I know. You're being such a good boy. We have got a Blaze first pick on the left side. Sylvanas was banned away as well. Midday, Monday, Tuesday is the lightest crowd for sure. Yeah, like literally that's when I always go to Costco. Like midday, Monday or Tuesday. Like, sleep in a little bit, vacuum the house, drive down the mountain. I'm usually there by like noonish. And then, yeah, get all my shopping done and drive back up the mountain. Takes me, it's usually like a 2-hour round trip for me to go to Costco if I'm like diligent on what I'm getting and stuff. Sometimes I go there and I'm just like, let's take our time and go through every aisle and check every little thing. Muradin Junkrat, so Storm League enjoyers get their comfort pick in the Muradin for Infernal Shrines. Chromie, Gul'dan blazed away. Chromie and Gul'dan banned away. You can tell I'm definitely very, very all here for these games right now. Totally not tired after casting for 4.5 hours straight. The one thing that I want to kind of get at here with Storm League enjoyers for Infernal Shrines, I feel like they could go Alex Straza with Mephisto. There's such good synergies with that. Regeneration Globe level 1 is really strong as well, just to get the Spite trigger. We never see Hysteria, but it's always a man can dream. Anduin will be banned away. We have not seen a Cho'Gall yet in this tournament. We've had one Cho'Gall ban in Group A, and that was really about it. So maybe. I do believe Storm League enjoyers enjoy some Cho'Gall, if memory serves right. Yep, Baha's here. I am indeed. What's up? What do you want? Huh? Leorc to be banned away by the side of DeepDiveXtreme. Leorc is actually fantastic for this map. Good into the blaze, good around the objective. Sonya could be a pickup here for the solo lane. Urel's available as well. Rexar. I know chat wants a wet Rexar, so I'll throw that into the ether and see if that gets popped up. Dahaka to be grabbed instead, with a Malfurion as well. I would assume with Malfurion they're going to go some sort of mage to get the innervate value. It's not a guarantee, but it's often a good pairing. Could be a Tracer, realistically, but Tracer into Johanna, don't think they're going to be wanting to lean into that. So probably some sort of mage. That's at least what I'd like to see. The wave clear for Infernal Shrines is kind of mid on the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Hanzo at level 4 has Explosive Arrow. Tyke is to be grabbed with a Brightwing. Storm League Enjoyers could actually look at a Cassia. Cassia would not be a bad idea here for the blinds into Tychus. Valkyrie could be a nice pull potential. Ball Lightning on the objective is good. You don't get the mage, but I realistically think Cassia slots into this composition really well. And I'd like to see Storm League Enjoyers go that direction. I don't think it will be. It could be another Zeratul. Storm League Enjoyers had a really good Zeratul at map number 1. And I think with like Hanzo, Tychus, Brightwing, those are really good targets to just burst down post-level 13-16 area. Either way, that's going to be your draft for Infernal Shrines. Get your Twitch predictions in, bitches. $25,000 out the gate for Storm League Enjoyers. Any Thanoses in chat? Any Thanoses to perfectly balance things as they should be? Right side of Infernal Shrines, map number 2 in our final best of 5 of the day. We'll have Storm League Enjoyers up in the series. Amopsio Muradin, Mac Malfurion, Itrax Junkrat, Aryon back on Zeratul, and Rai playing the Dahaka. On the left-hand side, we're looking at DeepDiveXtreme. Virgil playing Blaze, Hopaka, Hanzo, Dead Inside, Tychus, Shizik, Johanna, and Darnus is Brightwing. I saw Johanna and slammed 25k against it. This is the way. Thank you for the Mandalorian reference. Nicely done. I don't know if I watched the most recent season of Mandalorian now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I watched it. I can't recall. Dahaka goes in, lands an immediate drag onto Brightwing. The Malfurion root does not connect. The stun for Muradin will, though. And she had like 20 HP. Brightwing does not go down. Jet Propulsion from Blaze delays out Dahaka aggression, and Brightwing has to... Oh, no, she's not going to. Okay. I thought she was going to recall out, but she is not going to press B to recall. Speaking of Brightwing, we got Greater Polymorph quarterback, simple geometry, drag from Dahaka, reads the Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Brightwing phase shifts into top lane, and that'll be canceled by a Muradin Stormbolt, I think, actually. Something stalled out Brightwing phase shift, which actually would have gotten the kill onto Dahaka, I think, with Polymorph value. See what the level 4 is going to be, if it's going to be Unstable Anomaly or Dream Shot. Dream Shot does have a really good synergy with that level 1. Mopsio just trying to harass here. Dwarf tosses away. Did go Dwarf Block level 1. Extra round timers, Emerald Dreams, Tissue Regeneration, and Greater Cleave for the Zeratul. Looking for that big 33% radius? Yeah, 33% radius increase, so 66 diameter percent increase. First Punisher, Mortar in the top lane. Dahaka lands a drag on a Brightwing. That's really it. Though Zeratul comes in. Brightwing self-cast that Pixie Dust to get some extra spell armor. Junkrat checking camp. Johanna checks with the Shield Glare, sees the Junkrat. They just go back into laning. Just kidding. Rending Cleave for the Zeratul level 4, so going into full Cleave build. So Single target deletion post level 16 is going to be massive, I believe, for him. We'll see. Hero Stalker level 4 for the Dahaka. Tissue regeneration will get finished a little bit faster because of that. Brightwing with Magic Spit. Incinerator Gauntlets for the Blaze. Bigger they are for Tychus. There's that explosive arrows we mentioned for Hanzo. Subdue for the Johanna. Alright. Junkrat reading tooltips for level 4. Trying to consider, does he want to blow him up or have Chattering Teeth? You could go Chattering Teeth into Sticky Wicket with Big Az later on. Granted, you're kind of like waiting till 13 to not have your steel traps pulled into minions and sappers and stuff. But we'll see what Junkrat goes into. Maybe he forgot his level 4? Little steel trap goes into the bush. Still waiting on Junkrat level 4, actually. Fallen Shaman cleared away. 20 Skeletal Defenders for this Mortar Punisher on the left-hand side. It looks to me like Dahaka is just going to split soak. Zeratul to do the same. I think they're giving this. Let's see Zeratul what he does in mid lane. If he heads to bottom, they're giving. Okay, they're giving. Meanwhile, though, the Fallen Shaman does open up the top lane fort front gate. Objective phase has been stalled out. Dahaka's working on a camp. Blaze may have scouted this. He's going to throw an oil slick in and definitely see what's going on. He's going to go Nano Machine Coating at level 7 as well. Junkrat going into Concussion Mine at 4 and 7 with the blow him up and bog down. Mortar Punisher on the left-hand side for DeepDiveXtreme. Tychus already working on the forefront gate. Muradin hits the Punisher with a Stormbolt. It does get pulled over the wall. Kind of landed awkwardly there. All right, Twitch Gamble's going to close here in a moment. 9,600 to 32,300. If you don't see the gamble, refresh your stream. You will not get ads. Pre-roll is off for the next 49 minutes. Or you can just sub and you'll never get ads. You don't have to worry about that. Condemn from the Johanna pulling a few enemies in. Soothing Mist from Brightwing does get activated. Punisher will take down the fort in top lane, but Tychus shall fall. No, wait, yes. Brightwing phase shifts in. Junkrat does get taken down by the Nexus forces. Zeratul looking to pressure the Brightwing, but no, they will clear out Punisher. Muradin has pressure onto Hanzo, but it's actually Muradin the one pressured by the Archer, as 10 Talontier is going to be coming through soon. Let's cycle through those other numbers like we do at this time. Gamba's being whack. It's Twitch. Nothing I can do about it. I have encouraged people to, like, clear their cache or, like, you know, cookies and stuff. And Ninja did it and said that it made no difference for him. So Twitch just being Twitch. Imagine firing a bunch of people that work for your company on the programming side, and then your application doesn't work properly anymore. Thinking face. Fire a bunch of programmers, and now the program doesn't work properly. No correlation between that. Nope, none at all. Yo, what's up, Lord Hakos? Concussion Mine on to Tychus. Avatar from Muradin. That's a drag from Dahaka after the brush stock in. Muradin tries to dwarf toss in the bless you from Johanna, trying to create some space for the allies to back away, and it does not work out. A double kill picked up by Storm League enjoyers. Heard we need to balance some Gambit, so I came in. So are you kind of like Pinhead? Like, if I open the box, do you come? No! No! Are you serious? Junkrat is going to be taken down by a Dragon's Arrow. 7 overkill! You are kidding me, dude. Oh, man. 7 overkill. Did he have healing over time applied? He did! He had regrowth applied. If he was literally alive for, like, 1 more second, I think the tick would have come through. VP onto a couple here. There's 3 members, but they do catch their own ally within this. Cleave from Zeratul. Malfurion still goes down. It is inevitable. Whoa there, partner. What? It's what Pinhead says. It's literally what he says. A shield into the face of Muradin. He gets deleted by the Tychus. Riptire summoned by Junkrat. Gets the explosion, but the bunker mitigates some of that incoming damage. And it's 4-3 in kills, favoring DeepDiveXtreme. As Dahaka tries to get some consolation value in top lane, taking down pushing up the minion wave onto the fort, but has to back away. Malfurion starting camp on the right side. And let's talk about heroics, because we have not. Outside of what I've mentioned in team fights. The next Punisher is frozen, by the way. Dragon's Arrow, Odin, Blink Heal, Bunker, Bless Shield. On the opposing side, Void Prison. So no Might of the Nerazim for Zeratul, which is often the big single target burst heroic. Isolation, Dahaka, Avatar, Riptire, and Tranquility. 13s are almost here on the left-hand side. Dahaka going to try and close that experience gap that is starting to form, or has formed, from the extra kill. Zeratul getting a quick cleave onto the wave, backs away. Objective phase 6-13, favoring the side of Storm League enjoyers. Dragon's Arrow finds just Malfurion. Bless Shield to follow that up, though. Malfurion taking a lot of damage, is forced to use Tranquility, mostly for himself right there. Does have some armored allies around. Dahaka is here, Essence activated. Isolation still available. He gets it immediately onto the Blaze here. Concussion Mine, phase shift from Brightwing. She gets interrupted, I believe, because the Void Prison from Zeratul just below. Concussion Mine blasts away the enemies further. Odin still getting some annihilation and line shots in, but I don't think this will be an objective phase stolen away by DeepDiveXtreme. They'll have to give it as Dahaka steps up, looking to invade this camp for top lane. No. They're just looking for the top lane fort. So minion wave is thin here, but they've got damage available. Top fort will go down. They're going to rotate back into mid with the objective phasing, which does jump over. Johanna denies the CC with Iron Skin. Muradin setting up for a flank. Zeratul will be seen by the true sight of the tower. You can see the red reticle over his head. Jet Propulsion finds Dahaka. Punisher jumps over onto Johanna. No Iron Skin, but no follow-up onto her. Fort front gate is taken down completely. Actually, no, the sidewall still remains. But either way, a fort and a half is not bad for an objective phasing here, as we pop our talents back up, for anyone wondering. You came back yesterday from vacation. How was the vacation, bud? It's good to see you, and thanks for coming back to the stream. Hopefully you had a nice, relaxing, enjoyable time. Stormbolt pierces onto Hanzo and Brightwing. Soothing Mist activated, but it's a little too early. The Root, the Riptire, they get the hit onto Hanzo, I think, with Isolation as well. Brightwing's able to blink to an ally, but the Hanzo kill is nice. 5-4 in kills. Camp will be grabbed for mid lane. Right side was already grabbed. Blaze thought about clearing things out, but he's just going to hover his way to top lane. Speaking of top lane, Arcane Punisher will be up there next. I just had a vacation too. I went to Colorado Springs to visit Totski and Big Scary Duck, as well as a friend that I've known since middle school. He bought a bar, and we went and checked out his bar. It's really nice. Big recommend from me if you go to Colorado Springs. Mid fort will be saved. Objective phase for top lane should be announced momentarily, and it should be our third objective. Yeah, we had Mortar frozen into Arcane. So 16 should be picked up on both sides. Mid fort. All right, my guess, if I'm wrong, I'm gifting a sub, is somewhere in the 200 mark. Oh, it's 800. Okay, I'll gift a sub after the game. Good times, remote cottage, board games, plenty of good food, alcohol, all worries forgotten for a week. Dude, I absolutely get you on that, my friend. Dragon's Arrow, sidestep by Itrex. Any interesting board games to tell us about? Or is it like simple stuff like Chutes and Ladders and Monopoly? Because there's so many board games nowadays. Like, when I go back to Michigan and I stay with my buddy Brian, we play a bunch of different games. All I know, but when I go to visit him in October, all I know is that we're playing Elden Ring, the board game, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited about Elden Ring board game. It was a Kickstarter thing that he backed, and it was like 2 years ago, I feel. Muradin, Dwarf tossing in, looking for the flank onto the Hanzo. Brightwing blinks over to the allies. Scatter coming out from Hanzo as well. Here's a Riptire from Junkrat. VP onto a couple. Riptire held inside. That's VP. It gets massive activation. And Zeratul starts cleaning up the fight. Gets the kill onto Tychus. and Hanzo. Brightwing is split from the team. Looks like Zeratul will be able to get this kill. We were gonna miss some kill somewhere, as it looks like Blaze does go down. Johanna will not be chased in mid, but they do get the fort, so periodic catapult pressure in that lane as well. Objective phase is available, but here's the amazing thing from Storm League enjoyers. They're gonna call a macro play. Instead of going for objective and burning it down, they leave Dahaka on the objective. The rest of the team pushes up with the minion wave available. Johanna, the lone defender, already burning Iron Skin as Murden does step up, tanking a couple tower shots. Piercing Stormbolt onto Johanna. Shizik eats a couple hits here and there. You do have Hanzo and Tychus respawning. Overkill activated. Does have the spray and pray, I believe level 16, right? Oh, it's a 13 spray and pray. Uh-oh. Zeratul able to blink to an ally. The Dragon's Arrow just hitting Malfurion. Concussion Mine blasts Johanna back. Murden Dwarf launches away with a 16. And Dahaka's 7 sappers away from 6 sappers from finishing this away. Enemy team is all respawning. Zeratul Murden tapping well in mid. Dahaka trying to save his burrow and his essence. Actually, did he burn essence? He did, I think. Could have been a heal from Malfurion, not 100% sure. Zeratul looking for the flank once again. Gets the VP onto a couple enemies. Here's a Riptire from Junkrat, but it gets cleared away. No big burst from that one, but Hanzo, hit with an isolation, does go down. Drag from Dahaka finds the Brightwing. Shizik getting a little bit low. That piercing Stormbolt confirms the kill. Arcane Punisher goes over to the side of Storm League enjoyers as they also take down Tychus. This, I believe, is a game-winning push. The one I would highlight and caught my heart was Twilight Imperium 4th edition. Not only did they make a great strategy board game, they added a ton of world lore into it, so it's fascinating and well written. I'll have to ask my buddy Brian about that. Twilight Imperium. Blaze, the lone defender, hit with a jump from the Punisher. Keep in the top lane goes down. They don't care about Blaze. They want a victory here on this map, and I don't blame them. Storm League enjoyers. Dragon's Arrow immediately. Itrax gets chunked from the Hanzo scatter. Blaze lands the jump propulsion. Junkrat does go down, but the Punisher's way too healthy. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough defense-wise, and Storm League enjoyers, they will be able to take this map. I have a gut feeling that DeepDiveXtreme will not let a Zeratul into map number 2. If they do, and Storm League enjoyers get it, it's going to be rough. Okay. Give me 2 seconds here and we'll start casting. Thanks, Ashmantle, for the redemption. We got that in. Alrighty, everybody. Gamble is going. We have what could be the final map of the day as we're getting into Garden of Terror. This is going to be the map choice coming out from DeepDiveXtreme, giving first pick priority over to the side of Storm League enjoyers. Storm League enjoyers will immediately ban out the Diva. Zeratul will be target banned, as I said at the end of the last game. I am not surprised if Zeratul gets banned away. We got Sylvanas picked off or banned out as well. Blaze banned. Ooh, Chromie's up. Oh gosh, sorry. Too much liquids, too much moving. Chromie is up. Will they consider a first pick Chromie? Will they go into a first pick Dahaka? What is the #1 priority from DeepDiveXtreme? Or sorry, Storm League enjoyers. It is Dahaka. Okay, so Dahaka first picked on the right-hand side, and as I said, this could be the final game of the day. Could be the final game of Group B. You know me, Chad. I want as many games as possible, but Storm League enjoyers are on an absolute tear after that last map. Map 1, good back and forth. Map 2, a lot of control for Storm League enjoyers. Chen and Murden will be grabbed by the side of DeepDiveXtreme. We have seen a couple of target bans onto DeepDiveXtreme's Chen. The Murden will be a pull onto Mopsio, but it's not like Mopsio can't play any other tank. It's Garden of Terror. Nubrak is fantastic here. Diablo gets a lot of value. With the Brightwing, they're going to go Falstead, triple global. Chat. Is there a Cho'Gall consideration? With my luck, I'll come to regret this, but with the streak I have going, I'm gonna try. So 230,000 on Storm League enjoyers. Anyone want to try and match 230,000? Where's Ninja? Where's Ninja to match this? Where's Desert Jester to match this? Where are my channel point big ballers in chat? As I said, give me the final game of the day, man. Greymane banned away, Hanzo banned away. Dude, the Cho'Gall, it's all there, dude. Dude, Cho'Gall, it's all there. Are they gonna do it? I don't think so, but a man can dream. Triple global on the right side. Back from my parents' Mother's Day. Did your mother like the basket? Oh, the hanging basket? Yeah. She sent me a photo. My dad got it from me last week. So she sent me a photo last week. But I called her today, and my dad gave, because I sent the card and my dad intercepted it in the mail and then gave it to her this morning. So she was very happy about that. I called her like literally 45 minutes before the stream, and she's like, "You're up so early." And I was like, "Mom, I got up just for you." And she's like, "Are you working a European tournament?" I go, "Yes." What's up, Cat Peach? Good to see you, buds. Chromie Johanna. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that they were going to. I didn't think that there was going to be a Cho'Gall, but I was just sitting here silently, like, please, please, please. Chromie Johanna, Falstad, Brightwing, Dahaka. Really good draft from Storm League enjoyers. Oh shit, we got a 230 to 230 bet. Oh, where's Ninja? Yo, Kalavoth, what's up, bud? Cho'Gall into Chen is really bad. Kalavoth, I don't want to know your analysis with realistic answers and things. I want Cho'Gall. Is that so much to ask for? Apparently yes. Coming in here using logic and draft mentality and meta standards and Ninja. I mean, Ninja, there's an Abathur. Also, good to see you, Kalavoth. I hope you're having a good day today, bud. Left-hand side of the map, down in this best of 5 series, they've got their dustpans, they've got their brooms. We'll see if they can start the reverse sweep. We've got the members of DeepDiveXtreme, Alpaca, Abathur. We'll be seeing. No, is that Shizik Abathur? No, Alpaca, Abathur, Shizik on the Muradin, Dead Inside, Cassia, Virgil, Chen, and Darnus on Rhaegar once again. Right side of the map, though, up in this best of 5 with their triple global composition. You're looking at Aryan, Falstad, Raizu playing Dahaka. Over in the bottom lane, Mopsio, Johanna, Itrex, Chromie, and Mac with the Brightwing. I had over 1 million points before this whole thing started. 300k left. You mean like of this entire tournament or today? Pressurized glands, charge strikes for Cassia, Muradin, Dwarf Block, Stormcaller, Rhaegar, and freshest ingredients for the Chen as Itrex somehow lives there. Phase shift from Brightwing helping out. Both of Brightwing and Chromie tapping well. Viper Shift, Brightwing, level 1. Once again, the first time for Chromie. Maybe we see here and there. Once again, the first time, you do have the extra Echo. So here and there does get good value from that. Timeout is just so hard to pass up at that same talent tier of 11, 13, however you want to split that. Shield Glare, Zealous Glare for Johanna, Tissue Regeneration, Dahaka, and Frequent Flyer auto attack build for your Falstad. As Dahaka, Falstad are pushing top lane. Chen rotating up there, but the bottom lane skirmish is the more enjoyable thing to watch. But let's take a look in top lane. Sidewall, no, nothing really taken down. I thought the sidewall got taken down there, but no, it's at full HP as well. Minion Wave didn't even get any value on the fort front gate as Dahaka, Falstad are going to do double soaks together, which actually kind of works because Dahaka, Falstad clear really well together. Falstad scales quite quickly because of Dahaka's wave clear. And same thing with Dahaka too. I mean, like together they actually work really well in a double soak. It kind of seems like a 1-1-3 setup though. Storm League enjoyers having Dahaka top, Falstad mid, and the rest of the team in bottom lane. We'll see how this all works out, if it's like a fluid composition constantly moving around, or if this is going to be kind of static, setting up that 1-1-3 as I mentioned. I guess it's dynamic versus static if you're talking about composition and rotations. Invade onto the right side, can't Falstad flying on in to try and help out, and Dead Inside is going to get dragged, cleansed by the Rhaegar. Time trap onto him. Shizik trying to back away, the Abathur had applied. As we have 500,000 channel points on DeepDiveXtreme, and we have 257,000 for Storm League Enjoyers. I was asking for a big bet. We almost have 1 million channel point bet. Big Gambus here. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Sunday. Well, it's Mother's Day in NA. Apparently, it's different days in other places in the world. Muradin lands the Stormbolt onto Brightwing. Chromie returns some Sandblast into him, picking up more stackage on our level 1. 14 of the 40 stacks for once again the first time. Dahaka, Falstad pushing up top heavily. All right. Adrenaline overload for Abathur. We've got the Inner Light, Cassia, Reverberation, Earth Living Enchantment, Flying Kick, Deadly Calm, I think it is, or Deadly Strike. Pairs well with that level 1 on Freshest Ingredients as not Brightwing. Falstad and Dahaka back out of top lane safely. Brightwing, though, does go Magic Spit level 4 at Horrible Anomaly, plus you have the Bronze Talents for Chromie. Opsio, okay, I was going to say, does have the Iron Skin, is able to activate and back away. I mean, even if it's not Mother's Day, wish them well. That's true, forget what. That's true. Yeah. Also, don't forget to thank those pseudo moms out there. Like my neighbor's wife is a pseudo mom. She looks after me. She's just nice, but still, you know. Condemn from Johanna. No level 4 subdue. Mopsio did go hold your ground. Camp. Ooh, wait, hold on. Drag onto Muradin. He's going to get the Abathur hat and get the Dwarf Toss out alive. Alright, full auto build for Falstad. Sin's exposed, level 7 for the Johanna. Chromie halfway through her level 1. How long is Polymorph? Baseline, I believe it's 1.5? 1.5 seconds, yeah. Nice time stop from Chromie. Muradin gets the Stormbolt thrown in afterwards, but Dahaka brushstocks in, gets the drag. Storm League Enjoyers finding their second kill in map 3 of this best of 5. As DeepDiveXtreme, I don't know if you would call it like a Hail Mary, but the Abathur composition does feel like a bit of a Hail Mary here. Muradin will respawn. Abathur soaking up a bit of bottom lane with the hat soak. 10s are going to be big, though. 10s are going to be a really big shift, I think, for DeepDiveXtreme. Sorry. Blanking on team names today. Muradin trying to get that Stormbolt onto Mac, but it's just shy of the Brightwing as she hugs the high side of the lane. Condemn from Johanna. Slowing Sands from Chromie. She already has her 10. Chen with the flying kick in. Chromie with some Sandblast. Good hammering from the Falstad. As I mentioned, he went Secret Weapon level 7, so no Spell Armor debuff from that level 7. Full auto build. And I'm assuming we'll see Unraveling at level 20. Like, Unraveling is so insane to pass up. I know Piercing Sands is really good, especially with once again the first time, but Unraveling, minus 50 spell armor after 1.25 seconds. It's still just like, when you say it out loud, it sounds insane, and I'm surprised that it's still been in the game this long. Muradin, Dwarf Tossing, looking for the Stormbolt, finds it onto Chromie, Wandering Keg from Chen, bopping some people up against the wall, but the Gust from Falstad mitigates most of this engagement. The Blessed Shield coming off of Johanna bonks into Chen, but I don't think it's splashed to any enemies. So we have a couple of heroics traded right there, but speaking of, Ultimate Evolution, Ball Lightning, Muradin with Avatar, Dahaka pushing up bottom in front of Abathur right there is like, wait a minute, maybe I should back off really quickly. Carapace applied to the tower, doesn't save it right there. We have 1 out of 3 seeds to both sides. It's looking like DeepDiveXtreme might be able to get this in the bottom position, but a shield glare from Johanna denies that one. Wandering Keg, Ancestral Healing were the other heroics we did not mention. Blink Heal, Slowing Sands, Bless Shield, Isolation, Gust. Gust available in 18 seconds as Chen puts some pressure onto the Falstad. Stormbolt from Muradin lands onto Mopsio. Johanna trying to back away. Soothing miss from Brightwing. The Ball Lightning bounces from player to player. We have a Wandering Keg onto Mopsio, displacing the Johanna from the allied crew, but can she just back away through the mid lane engagement? Meanwhile, the Dahaka lands an Isolation onto Rhaegar. He'll get the self-cast Ancestral afterwards. The re-engagement from Shizik, diving in with the Dwarf Toss, the Gust from Falstad to push them back, the Slowing Sands from Chromie, creating space. And it looks like this objective phase has a small lull, but I think we're going to get back into another fight here as the Bless Shield goes up from Johanna, Condemn, Cleanse from Rhaegar into the Cassia, Slowing Sands from Chromie, Muradin activates Avatar, throws in the Stormbolt, Dahaka goes down first there. Brightwing, oh no. The timeout delays out the inevitable. And the members of DeepDiveXtreme will be able to take a good team fight, finding 2 kills, bolstering their experience. That also allowed Abathur to hat soak during that time, push things out a little bit, equalize an experience, and we do have 2 out of 3 Garden Terror seeds to the left-hand side squad of DeepDiveXtreme. A very long fight that goes the way of our blue squad. Stop talking about it. Love it. If you keep on, they will remove it in like 3 years with the next patch. Killer, do you realize that we've gotten a patch every single month for the last like 8 months? You realize that, right, bud? Just want to throw that one out there in case we're unaware of the actual work that Saint Dev is doing to keep us all happy and alive. Darnus going for the channel, looking for Garden Terror, delayed out by 1 Zealous Glare of Johanna, or Shield Glare. Chromie times out, but I think she's dead. Same situation as before. Mule doing work clear, healing up the sidewall. Garden Terror does go over the side of DeepDiveXtreme. And we'll see 13s for both team, a 1 kill advantage, Garden Terror in bottom, a little far back, top lane on the fort front gate, mid lane, same situation, but the... Could you stop spamming, Sport Queen? Avatar Ultimate Evolution onto Muradin, so 2 Muradins in this engagement. Ancestral Healing has some of the healing denied by the Sins exposed from Johanna. Chen pulled back in with the Condemn, but no drag to follow that one up. Dahaka does have 2 of 3 stacks for Feeding Frenzy, so a 1.25 second cooldown reduction per auto attack on that drag.
Blue team has destroyed a fort. Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Mid and bottom fort goes down. Top fort, gonna be saved. Chromie level 16 is already here. Falstad, oh, wait, no, he cancels. I think he was looking to fly on out of top lane in case things went south, but Wandering Keg from Chen, he's going to roll away. Top fort is saved. Garden Terror in bottom lane, by the way, still pretty healthy. I think Abathur's also hat soaking a bit of this here and there just to get the experience to push up. Top lane engagement. Stormbolt from Muradin finds the Johanna. Decent damage onto the Cassia right now. Flying kick in from Chen. Virgil trying to get the kill. Mopsio low. The Ball Lightning from Cassia goes out. Mopsio does not go down. Muradin trying now to back away. The isolation lands just before he gets Avatar activated, but Muradin still goes down. Alpaca is going to clone the Rhaegar. They look to back away. Dahaka to see if another drag available. Does land on the Cassia. I feel like I saw a purge onto Dahaka instead of a cleanse onto Cassia, but it doesn't matter. She still backs away just fine. And this is going to be camp grabbed really quickly by the side of his Storm League enjoyers. 16 talent here, almost here on the left-hand side as well for DeepDiveXtreme. And chat, I said, you know, they're making some big plays with Abathur here, and we'll see if it works out, because right now, structurally, things are looking great for DeepDiveXtreme. Rhaegar with camp for bottom lane. Abathur's still just chilling in mid. Mule in top lane to bolster the health of the fort over here as Cassia Chen pushed back the camp that was grabbed. Johanna invading this over here, and I think she's going to grab it easily. Dahaka brush-talking in as well. Looks for the drag, immediately lands it onto Rhaegar. Does have that elongated tongue. Is there going to be a kill into him? Falstad flying in. Does have crippling hammer level 16 as the Ancestral was utilized. Rhaegar breaks away towards the mid lane. Murden throws back a Stormbolt. Abathur floating near the keep front gate in case anyone steps up, but no one. Drag onto Cassie again. Will connect, and did Rhaegar have Purge? 55 seconds. I think he purged the wrong target. I think Darnus fat-fingered the Purge, and I don't think it... even if it did hit Cassie, I think she was dead to rights. But good attempt, good heal, or good try. As Falstad Dahaka, they want to get the first major structure on the enemy side down. 2 out of 3 Garden Tier Seeds go over to Storm League Enjoyers. Time trap onto Murden, still lands the Stormbolt afterwards. Chromie does have their once again the first time. Wandering Keg, Gust from Falstad. The Wandering Keg pushing people up against the wall. The time trap may have kinda... I guess it kinda helped. Oh no, Murden. He tried to Dwarf Toss away, but the Blessed Shield from Johanna activated, and he kind of got locked in place. Another kill over the side of Storm League Enjoyers, who had a wobble at the start of this series, or this map, but they seem to be doing okay. They do lose their top lane fort. I think they were kind of expecting that, going for bottom lane as they did. The Haka hearthing out, gonna be going back into top. Let's take a look and see if he's got Brush Dog. I think he used it during the last engagement. Nope, he did not. That was, oh, it was Falstad that flew in during the last engagement. And he's got flight as well, never mind. Oh wait, no, Dahaka did. He brush-talked into this bush, never mind. It just didn't feel like 75 seconds have passed already. Oh my god, the Chen damage. Has to, he goes in for the flying kick with the Wandering Keg, displaces Falstad for a moment, and has to barrel roll away. Does end up tapping the well. Falstad with 40 auto attack stacks, 14.5 minutes in. 176 stacks for your Rhaegar on the Stormcaller, as there's a Blessed Shield for Johanna. She's looking for a lower health pool target. Might go for the Chen. He flying kicks. That's going to be Blessed Shield a little too late right there. 58-second cooldown. Dahaka fishes with an elongated tongue, but no Prime Gaming's at the end of that one. Stormbolt onto the Chromie. Gust from Falstad. Trying to give some room here. Muradin hugs the high side of that lane. There's the Unraveling level 20 for Chromie. She's going to do her best to speed on out of there. Just have the Gnome Speed, or no, Shifting Sand. Sorry, Gnome Speed is a different talent. So Garden Terror on top, working through the fort. Bottom lane, getting some damage onto Keep Front Gate. Cassie to manage that. The enemy team looks like they tapped some wells. Yeah, I see some mana over time. Instead, flying in for the flank Gust potential. Actually, no. Looking in for just the flank onto Rhaegar. Gust is down for another 16 seconds still. Self-cast Ancestral. Chromie goes down to the Nexus Forces. Falstad falls being too aggressive. And that'll be Mopsio going down as well. This objective phase went absolutely sideways, upside down, backwards. A whole level of dyslexia on this one as we get ourselves a... Finland! Chat? They sidewall. They are sidewalling. Abathur Ultimate Evolution down for 10 more seconds. Enough to share from Chen, trying to get that shielding to the allies. 12 to 28 seconds on death timers. Top keep has gone down. Ultimate Evolution is here. Abathur, are you going to burrow in for this? Bruv. Bruv. The core falls. And ladies and gentlemen, the dustpans are out. Deep Dive Extreme take map number 3, and we ain't done today. What just happened? Well, you just gifted 20 subs to the chat, didn't you see? Don't you want to summon M. Bison? Told you me going all in was a bad idea. Hey, look, all I'm going to say here, Belly, is Bandit did not come over to your house and break in and put a Twitch prediction of an all-in onto Storm League Enjoyers. He can't do that. He doesn't have thumbs. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in, once again, which could be our final map of the day, and we're going to Cursed Hollow. We got a 10-minute Twitch prediction for all of you, and here we go. Who cares about ads? We sub for Bandit, just kidding. That is not even a funny joke at all. That is a really, really dumb thing to type into Twitch chat. Zeratul and Chen are going to be target banned as we do get into Curse Hollow for map number 4. Chen Zeratul. Baha streams so many hours you can farm points so easy. That is true. I do stream 6 days a week. We average around 6 to 7 hours per stream. So yeah, I do. Yeah, you can get a lot of channel points. Absolutely, Ninja. That's a fantastic point. Thanks, Ashmantle, as well. Does Gamble Interaction help with stream metrics? No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. I don't know. I've never heard that it does. But we can lie and say yes. Muradin will be the first pick on the right-hand side. Dahaka, Chen, Blaze, and Zeratul banned away. Cursed Hollow for the next map. Are we going to get another Abathur game? Especially if you have a higher tier sub, Wink. That actually is true. If you are a tier 3 sub, you earn a lot more channel points. You earn a lot more channel points. Sylvanas and Diva. First 2 picks, though. Diva's been consistently banned away in this best of 5. So they get a comfort pick in that early Diva. Ooh, are we heading to a map 5 with this? Right wing. I don't know about this ban phase. I don't know what they want to get rid of here. There's like so much available. Hanzo's a really good ban for this map because Cursed Hollow has double bosses and simple geometry build is really annoying. Chromie could be a nice target ban as well. Gonna get rid of Greymane instead. Just Abathur, not Abathur. Wait, Abba just Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall and Abathur do have a really good synergy. Justin and I and Alora, actually, we tried to run this in the past, but we kept winning too quickly. There's the level 16 Volatile Mutation with the level 20 Evolutionary Link for the Ultimate Evolution upgrade. With Cho'Gall, it's like bonkers good. So, it's so good that Justin, Alora, and I couldn't win, or couldn't actually get to a 20 point to actually test it because we just won so hard. Because Abathur Cho'Gall is OP. But we're not going to see that here. We've got a Sylvanas, Diva, Diablo, Rhaegar on the left-hand side, Muradin, Hogger, Brightwing on the right. It implies that we only care about Bandit. I still don't get your joke, Bathroom, and I still don't think you understand how to use Just Kidding. I really don't. Tychus, Maiev with the Brightwing, Hogger, Muradin. It's a pretty simple draft. It gives you good Umbral Bind, CC, control out the gate. The damage onto Diablo is pretty good onto Diva Mech as well. Sergeant Hammer will be the last pick. Well, either way, Twitch Gamble's going. We're going to find out, are the members of DeepDiveXtreme going to be able to take us to a map number 5, or will Storm League Enjoyers shut down the reverse sweep? Let's get into it. Alright, could be the final map of the day. Cursed Hollow coming at you. As we get into the left-hand side, the team with the reverse sweep potential is going to be DeepDiveXtreme. Dead Inside, Sergeant Hammer, Shizik with the Diablo, Darnus on your Rhaegar, Halpaka, Sylvanas, and Virgil on the Diva that has gotten target banned for 3 to 4 games in a row. 3 games in a row, sorry. Right side of the map is going to be Storm League Enjoyers. They just need to win one map, and they have punched their ticket to the playoffs in a couple weeks and do not have to go through the last chance qualifier next weekend. We got a Maiev played by Arion, Raizu on your Hogger, mid lane Mac for Brightwing. We've got a Mopsio Muradin and Itrax for your Tychus. Might of the Banshee Queen for Sylvanas. She uses Black Arrows immediately on the top lane fort front gate. Staggering Blow misses from Hogger. As we've got Advanced Artillery Hammer, Soul Shield Diablo, Colossal Totem Rhaegar, and Full Metal on the Diva. Opposing side, though, looking at your Greater Polymorph Brightwing. Pursuit of Vengeance for the Maiev. Hogger's Joggers, Dwarf Block, and Quarterback. Oh my, really? Wait, how? What? I literally thought Hammer was just going to hearth out a bottom lane, but I guess she tapped well and re-engaged. I don't even think she tapped well, dude.
Ready to go.
That's surprising, I'm not going to lie. Fan of Knives poke here and there from Maiev in top lane, and she doesn't lose much. Hogger bouncing around for this camp over here. Diablo rotating in, but Mopsio's around as well. Facia from Brightwing. It's a 3v3 around this. Arion comes in as well. Spirit of Vengeance, Umbral Bind, pulls Rhaegar up against the wall. Diablo tried to overpower to create some space. Darnus is getting low. The Fan of Knives resets. And that'll be first blood over to the side of Storm League Enjoyers, as we've got 20,000 to 37,000, and Storm League Enjoyers take down Diablo as well. Double kill picked up early on. Tiny itty-bitty bounce for our Hogger here. And we'll get really quick clear onto the Siege Giant camp. Hammer set up again in mid. Level 4s are here. Master Assassin for Tychus. Brightwing. I was gonna say, anyways, Magic Spit for the Brightwing. We've got a Spirit of Vengeance for Maiev with her Sudden Vengeance. Nuclear Option, Earthwave Enchantment, Sword of Flame, Hover Siege. No, Regenerative Biosteel, level 4. Possession for Sylvanas. Reverberation Muradin. Sylvanas in top lane gets the Haunting Wave away from Maiev. No kill right there.
Gather tribute and earn my favor.
Well, Hammer continues to siege in through mid. Muradin Dwarf tosses in, looks for the Stormbolt. That's interrupted by an overpower by Diablo, who's actually going to be hit with the Stormbolt in the end. Nice cleanse from Rhaegar. Okay, that's pretty much all we get there. Level 7 almost here for the right side. Half a level advantage since they have those early game triple kill. Tychus minigun was active there for a moment. Backs away. Muradin trying to do the same. He gets the Dwarf Toss out. Though I think the channel did go through in the end. And yeah, it goes over to Storm League Enjoyers. 72,000 on Storm League Enjoyers to win this. As they do have the kill advantages. Have DeepDiveXtreme. They have only one good game. This is really risky for Maiev. Yeah, she's just gonna start hearthing. Okay. I think that's the better call. Haunting Wave from Sylvanas with the Black Arrow active. They look to step in through bottom. Any deep divers, as we have a minute left of the gamble, by the way. Diva Mech still alive. Alright, bosses will be up in about a minute. Next tribute point on the right side of the map, favorable positionally to Storm League enjoyers.
Squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
Welcome back, Kolovoth. A random Izek high. Still waiting for 10s, though. 2 levels to go for the members of Storm League enjoyers. Oh, Hammer has that hover siege. Mopsio just rotates in for minion wave. And a little bit of experience on the ground. Tychus gets objective channeled. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Sylvanas Black Arrows again are activated. She's going to be able to avoid the Umbral Bind with a Haunting Wave. Hogger with a bounce that's canceled early. I'm just waiting to see what we got going on. Diva opens up mid lane a little bit with the minion wave pushed up. More aggression into bottom lane. Sylvanas possesses, I think I'm seeing like 2 or 3 minions from that one. Level 10, still a level away. Next tribute point on the top left of the map. Favorable positionally to DeepDiveXtreme. Spirit of Vengeance in. Fan of Knives. Vault of the Wardens, and that's the end of the engagement. Tychus versus Hammer on top. Little TVT action. Sustained damage onto Muradin there. Hammer forces Tychus out of top. We do have heroics on the right-hand side. Blink, heal, containment dish, shockwave. I assume Avatar and Tychus, or Odin, sorry. Muradin, dwarf tossing in. We did see Mopsio go for a haymaker early on. It got so much value. Could be a possibility here. As Diablo gets deleted, Itrax so very low. The blink heals, the multitude of blink heals. That Haunting Wave almost took him down, but now Hopaka trying to disengage. Umbral Bind on the dead inside. Muradin with the heavy impact, level 7. Dwarf tosses onto that Sergeant Hammer, and Darnus does not get out alive. We do have the Fan of Knives over the wall. Diablo, Rhaegar, and Hammer all fall. Diva, meanwhile in bottom lane, gets some damage onto the fort here. Top lane fort should go down. Tychus railing away in mid. It's all looking pretty good for Storm League enjoyers in this 4th map in this best of 5 tournament matchup. Itrax gets the phase shift from Brightwing. I can't believe it. It is a Haymaker Muradin. No Avatar on Muradin. Haymaker boy coming through. Mopsio did take Haymaker earlier today in the first best of 3 that they fought in. Up against Stack of Doom, utilizing that on that map number 1 with the unique composition of Stack of Doom. What? Are you serious with that containment disc? Could you guys see that? If you didn't see it, clip it and go watch that back. Oh my god. The containment disc was thrown out, anticipating a Haunting Wave from Sylvanas, and literally gets it. That was wildly cool. That was... Aryan, you're insane, dude. That was so cool. Wailing Arrow, Blunt Force Gun, Lightning Breath, Ancestor Healing on the left-hand side for DeepDiveXtreme. We already talked about the other heroics. Storm Bolt into Haymaker onto Hopaka. Short Distance Haunting Wave. And the Ancestral. Containment Disc onto Diva. Grenade thrown out. 13 talent to advantage on the right. We do have an Odin being summoned by Storm League enjoyers. Trying to step up and chase in. Polymorph onto Diablo. Stormbolt will follow that up. Odin dashing forward, trying to close the distance. Spirit of Vengeance. Umbral Bind onto 2. Annihilation. Ragnarok missiles as Hogger snipes the kill with a shockwave. What's the overkill? Diablo souls are consumed. 54 overkill as Sylvanas starts hearthing out in bottom lane. And bottom lane boss will be grabbed. Mid lane can't push up on the fort. Man, oh man. Storm League enjoyers, they've got the macro, they've got the micro, and they've got the draft to win this with an 8-0 kill game. Yo, what's up, Freaky? Nade goes in, Spirit of Vengeance, Umbral Bind, pulling Diablo back. The Tychus minigun is active, and the Muradin Stormbolt keeps Diablo in place. They may get 13 talent here, but they're going to lose their main tank. No souls for him to buy back in. Top fort does go down to the Diva, and realistically, Storm League enjoyers go, this Diva, this is not a pocket pick for you. We are just going to pretty much ignore you. We're going to play the macro game. We're going to find a pick here and there, and that'll be that. Next objective, bottom of the map. It is 0 out of 3 tribute points to both sides. Boss did get some siege in the keep front gate. Mid lane siege camp pushed up a little bit here by Maev. Maybe going to step up for a few Fan and Knife resets. Siege Giant camp hovered around by the enemy team. Obviously, it's still on cooldown for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Boss obviously down for 4. Boston top lane is available. Brightwing clearing things out on top, but the assumption is she's got phase shift. Diva boosts in, and that's all she's able to do. Muradin, Dwarf tosses over her. Bunny Hop is canceled. Still a 70-second cooldown, even if you cancel it early. So Bunny Hop waiting for that one. And Siege Giants into boss again, I would assume? Like, Storm League enjoyers have got a fire lit under their tuchus after that map number 3. They came back and they're like, we just want blood. They're like Rambo. So it's a 2-level lead, let's say, 14.5 to 16.5. Boss is going to be grabbed for top lane. Next tribute point, guess where it is? Right by the boss that they're grabbing. The enemy team is going to get whatever they can, and they'll go ahead and grab bottom lane fort. Bolster the wave with a couple possession minions. Recall into top, because the assumption is there's a boss coming. Enemy team didn't show on the map for a little bit. The boss does get pinged. It's going to be moving into lane. Mac looking for the channel. Yo, Turbo, what's up, bud? Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to you. Dwarf launch in from Muradin. They don't steal away this camp, but there might be the fight to win things here. The Blunt Force gun is huge. Augur trying to bounce away. Soothing Mist from Brightwing. The Lightning Breath. Mopsio's alive. So many members of Storm League enjoyers should have died right there. Holy shit, that should have been a turnaround moment for DeepDiveXtreme, but they cannot confirm a kill. Like 4 health bars, maybe 3 health bars were down to like 25%. Boston top lane cleared away. Tribute point coming up next. Mid lane keep run gate's gonna fall here. DeepDiveXtreme, they just had a fight that could have gone their way and it didn't, and it's like there's no other opportunity that's gonna present itself to them like that. Still half a level for 20, no minion waves encroaching. Oh man, dude, it's such a rough game 4 for the side of DeepDiveXtreme. I really thought this like pocket diva that got let through was gonna be was gonna find more value, but it's not getting that flash, it's not getting that play, it's not doing what I was hoping for, which is more Heroes of Storm action. Mid keep will be assailed right now. Muradin Dwarf launches in, gets the Stormbolt piercing. There's going to be a grenade from Tychus dead inside, hyper thrusting away near the Hall Storms. Activates the Hover Siege. Diablo, Fire Stomp, Umbra Bind into him, trying to pull in towards the allies. We have a containment disc onto him as well. Bunny Hop from Diva. Actually forces her, she actually backs away right there. Muradin Dwarf tosses in again, looking for the Stormbolt activation, but no one's going to be caught by that CC. Odin getting good damage onto the keep. Earth Grasp Totem from Rhaegar's level 16 comes through. Mid keep is down to about 30%. Bottom lane wave is really thick, and Sylvanas is going to try and use a minion to delay out the minion's wave stepping up onto the keep. That'll be cleared away quite quickly. Umbral Bind onto Diablo again. Shockwave to follow that up. They're looking at Diablo. He gets the Ancestral Haymaker onto Rhaegar. Blunt Force Gun goes through the enemy team. Muradin split from his allies. He should be traded for Rhaegar. Containment Disc onto your Sylvanas. Spirit of Vengeance. Umbral Bind. Sylvanas hugs the well to deny the pull. Hogger, Loot Horde and stuff is thrown in, and they take down the mid lane keep. Bottom lane to be cleared away by Sylvanas. Finally, DeepDiveXtreme find their first kill, but it's in a trade up with Rhaegar, and man, it's a rough situation here for DeepDiveXtreme. They need, I mean, they got 16, which could be the turning moment. 16 is a huge talent tier for teams. As Dredd used to say, it's the 3rd best talent tier in Heroes of the Storm. We'll just wait and see. We'll wait and see if this is going to be 16 talent tier prowess that really helps out, or I mean, if they get to 20, like Ultra Capacitor's huge. Bolt of the Storm probably for Sylvanas and Diablo with his Hellgate. Rhaegar Farseer's Blessing. D.Va goes Pop and Lock. On the opposing side, you probably got Invisible Friends for Brightwing, Maiev, Spirit Orb, something. Hogger, probably Power Spike. Murden could go Grand Slam, or you could just look into 75 armor, which would be kind of nice so he can dive in and tank a bunch more damage. Odin upgraded with Big Red Button. Sometimes you can get the can do this all day upgrade, but Odin's so hard. Odin Big Red Button is so hard to pass up. Invisible Friend, Shadow Orb, Vengeance. We'll see the Power Spike, Rewind for Muradin, and Odin will have the Big Red Button. Containment just goes out onto Rhaegar. Concussive Blast is beautiful from Sergeant Hammer. Did go for 16 or level 13 with the Entrenched as well. A little bit more knockback value, but also you create a... Oh, no. That's a different talent. Sorry, I thought this was the talent that also creates impassable terrain, but that's earlier on. Boss and bottom lane is approach the keep front gate. Hogger going to spin through that for a bit of damage. Tribute point available. 0 out of 3 on both sides. And half a level to go for 20. Turbo, I'll have to try and find that game for Thursday next week. Tuesday and Wednesday next week are Doom Dark Ages. And if I'm not done with Doom Dark Ages by Thursday, then, you know. Spirit of Vengeance onto Diablo. He's going to be taking the Haymaker to the face and will be taken down. Souls expended, Murder Dwarf launching in, looking for more as Souls from Diablo get him respawned back at the Hallstorm's D.Va, pushing up a bit in top lane. Boss in the top right is grabbed, or available, sorry. 20s on both sides. Ultra Capacitors, Farseer's Blessing, double Bolt of the Storm. Sylvanas uses the Will of the Forsaken as well as that. Bolt of the Storm. Hogger bounces super far to the left-hand side of the engagement. And that's really that. Hogger's going to Hearth out. Is he going to be able to Hearth out in time? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Turbo, I'll if it wasn't casted, I'll try and grab it next week for casting. Odin being summoned. Muradin Dwarf tossing around here, looking to back away. We have a Big Red Button value. D.Va boosting through. Mech Explosion will be activated. Nuclear Option comes through as well, hitting onto the Odin, but he has that 25 armor. Both teams with 20s on both sides. A few heroics spent from both as well. And now Boss is being tagged on the right side. Odin with about a quarter of the duration left. Spirit of Vengeance in, no activation. Mid lane wave is pretty thick though. Boss is fully leashed. Hammer starting that out. Core tanking damage. These catapults, this 17 minutes catapult. Sylvanas will show. Murden getting objective. And it looks like this will be Boss still being contested, actually. Sylvanas is showing in mid lane, so they know it's 4v4. Actually, no, she's not showing anymore. Boss is leashed once again. Phase shift from Brightwing. Umbral Bind, Shockwave, Self-Cast Ancestral comes through. Bunny Hop from the D.Va is massive. They are looking to take down the Brightwing. She blinks to the side. Tychus goes down. Hammer inside the containment disc. Meanwhile, Muradin looks to take down Sylvanas on the bottom left of our screen. Hellgate from Diablo doesn't get the connection he was looking for. Muradin does use Rewind. Hey, thanks, Turbo. I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, we are not doing Heroes casting on Tuesday this upcoming week. Spoilers, it's Doom Dark Ages. And if you're like, oh, I only watch Heroes casting, maybe consider watching something other than Heroes of Storm chat. Just maybe. Sylvanas chilling ahead of Muradin, or above. Throws in a handful of damage. He misses the Stormbolt and backs away. Sylvanas looking for the channel. Minion wave in mid, pushed up. Core has not taken any significant damage. We do have a wave crashing onto keep in bottom lane, but no, they're committed to ending in top with the boss. This is risky here. Odin's being summoned. Maiev coming in as well. Big red button. Stormbolt lands. Haymaker denied by the Shadow Charge overpowered. Murden has to use Rewind to get the extra activation of Dwarf Toss to disengage. Boss saves, Odin saves keep. Bottom keep did go down. Watching your minimap. Black arrow from Sylvanas. And you can see that there's a definite, like, they're not sure how they want to do this here. DeepDiveXtreme could literally go in and try and end and force the situation, or they can back off and save their core as the Sylvanas does get the Hearth out in time. She'll save the core. It's going to take a little bit of damage. Maybe not at all, actually. Holy crap, the Black Arrow is good. The possession onto a catapult that holds the Siege Giant over there. But meanwhile, Sylvanas is at core. It's a 4v5 in top lane. Diablos use Hellgate to back away. Fan of Knives. Diablo does not have souls to buy back in. Sylvanas is going to be re-engaging in this fight. We do have a containment disc onto Diablo as well. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Currently have D.Va whooshing in with her boost. Blunt Force Gun almost takes down Mobsio. Shockwave to create a little bit of space, and whew. Bot will end also Winions. Incorrect, my friend. It did not. Sylvanas got the Hearth out. Oh god, dear lord, what a game. We've got our boss up and available for bottom lane. Tribute could be cursed over to the right side. Murda misses the Stormbolt onto Hopaka. Grenade from Tychus delaying out objective phasing. Odin's been summoned once again. Murda Dwarf tossing. Spell armor from Diablo activated. 87 souls from him. As Hagra bounces around, Umbral Bind, cleanse onto Diablo. He's going to be able to back off just fine. Haymaker onto one. Polymorphed into a crab. Dead inside is going to be the target. Taken down. The Sergeant Hammer will fall. D.Va. Bunny Hop. Pop and Lock. She's got that level 20. And they get the double kill onto Hogger and Tychus. Are you serious? Rhaegar and Brightwing do go down. Maiev with like no HP gets the Spirit of Vengeance over the wall. Haunting Wave from Sylvanas looking to chase in as well. Vault of the Wardens. And they get the kill. Are you kidding me? Jesus! My hearts! 10 stacks for Tychus, by the way, on Master Assassin. Top lane wave looking pretty thick here. Possession from Sylvanas. Black Arrow going in with the double Haunting Wave. Trying to get some quick clear on this. Boss has been started. Muradin in the bush. He cannot 1v. No. Muradin. Don't make a massive mistake. Alrighty, boss in this bottom lane should be going over to the side of DeepDiveXtreme. Diablo's gonna be soul tanking so many attacks. He's got Rhaegar here, they're good. By the way, 2 out of 3 tribute points on both sides. Curse is in a bottom right position, which is technically favorable to the side of Storm League Enjoyers, but they don't have a fort or anything to retreat to. Muradin looking to set up a flank onto the Sergeant Hammer, hearthing out. I think they're afraid of the back door. And they should be, because that's going to be happening. Storm League Enjoyers are calling for core right now. Muradin looking for the delay. Hogger to do the same. We do see Hammer getting the recall. Sylvanas as well. Brightwing is the target. She gets deleted. Arya goes down. What a blunder of a moment. Odin is not going to be able to get the value they're hoping for. No. Wait, Muradin's going in. He's committed as well. Takes down the Sylvanas. The core shielding is dropping. D.Va dunks in a mecha explosion. 10%, 5%, 4%, 2%, 1% to go. They save the core at 1%. A catastrophic core call from Storm League Enjoyers is going to be a
Finland!
Oh my god! You are kidding me, dude! Map number 4 goes to DeepDiveXtreme. And we got a best of 5 lower bracket finals going to a map number 5. It's what you wanted. It's what you've been waiting for. Holy butts. Clip it, ship it, send it to Reddit. Oh man, dude. Oh my gosh. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the follow button at least. Do consider subscribing, as we have been bringing you 6 hours of fantastic, phenomenal casting, commentary, and good old times. Every little bit of support helps us out. Do consider subscribing, gifting subs. We are 17 subs away from our sub goal. And we're going to get ready for the final map of the day, everybody. We're going to run out of block of ads. Thanks for being here. Holy shit is the easiest way to summarize map 4. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, to the final map in this best of 5 series. We're heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen for the final map of the day, and we are going to be seeing DeepDiveXtreme on the left-hand side, Storm League Enjoyers on the right-hand side. We got our final Twitch prediction going for all of you. Let's get a gigantic gamble in. If you do not see the Twitch prediction, refresh your stream, get yourself a chunk of channel points into this. We only accept pentadigit gambles. Now, if you have some channel points, throw them on in. Final map of the day, Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is going to be the map choice coming out from the side of Storm League Enjoyers. So the losing side, Storm League Enjoyers opted in for map pick priority. First pick does go over to the side of DeepDiveXtreme. We've got a Gul'dan and Sylvanas banned away. Now, Chromie has to be a consideration in this ban. They're going to get rid of Johanna. Johanna ban? I mean, it's not like... After last map, can you really blame them? You'll put all in after you see the draft? That's fair. That's fair. I did a 15-minute gamble for this one. We added 5 more minutes for this gamble. Sorry, my entire fence is shaking. Oh, Jesus. My fence breaking? Shit. Anyways, I'll figure that out after stream. It's not like I can do anything about it now. First pick Blaze over the side of DeepDiveXtreme. For those that don't know, maybe you came in late. Maybe you jumped in during the 1% catastrophic core on the side of Storm League Enjoyers from the last map. But this is standard Heroes of the Storm drafting. All 90 heroes are available. Bans, of course, blah, blah, blah. No limitations based on tournament drafting. No meta madness. It is good old-fashioned quality Heroes of the Storm, with Murid and Chromie on the right side, Blaze on the left. Ooh. Simple draft to start things out. Blaze, Diablo, Tassadar. So Diablo, Tassadar get good combination, Force Wall into Shadow Charge. Blaze, AoE, Jet Propulsion's pretty nice. Now Muridin, Stormbolt into Chromie damage is nice. The lockdown is not as long as I was anticipating, so maybe we see a secondary CC baseline kit like a Malfurion. We are in the mid-ban phase. Gonna get rid of the Anduin here. Don't want to deal with Light Bomb with Blaze Diablo, and it makes a lot of sense. Leap of Faith is pretty good as well. It's just pretty good. Made some good food for Mother's Day. What'd you make? I called my mom this morning. Obviously, I live across the country from my family, so I sent a card on Monday. My dad got her a flower basket last weekend, and I called my mom this morning. We chatted a little bit while I was getting ready for stream. Your mother and sister are here? Oh, nice of you, bud. Nice of you. Good job. I'm proud of you. So Dahaka will be the ban on the left-hand side, but like Leoric on Tomb of the Spider Queen is really good. Man, it's almost like casting heroes is my job, to understand this MOBA and draft mechanics. Go yell at the Reddit users that call me a silver knowledge caster. It was like there was like one time when I went on Reddit to see what people were saying about me during CCL, and that was the analysis, and I was like, heh, idiot, I was gold and platinum at points. Tracer Deckard with the Tassadar, Diablo, Blaze on the left-hand side for DeepDiveXtreme. Muradin, Chromie, Malfurion. Okay, are they going for a hypercarry Chromie? Will they look for another Bruiser? Or are they going to go for something I don't know how I feel about it. Actually, hold on. It's going to be a really rough game, honestly. I was like, Muradin has Imposing Presence 16. We'll see if he goes into that. Imposing Presence is really good against Tassadar and Tracer. But of course, that's 16. And Tomb of the Spider Queen is either a map that goes 12 minutes or 24. There's no in between. Let's get into it. Final gamble. Go, go, go. Right side of the map, 10-minute gambles still available. We have got the members of Storm League Enjoyers. Winner of this, by the way, goes into the playoffs. Loser goes to the last chance qualifier next weekend. Arion is going to be your Genji. Mac Malfurion, Itrex, Chromie, Mopsio, Muradin, and Rai will be your Mop Boy Leoric. Left side of the map, reverse sweep, one map away. DeepDiveXtreme, Dead Inside Tracer, Darnus, my god, my brain. Deckard Cain. We got a Virgil, Blaze, and a Shizik Diablo. I don't know. Oh. I was like, why is Tassadar force walling this wall? Because they're literally delaying out their minion wave. We have not seen minion wave body blocking since like HGC CCL times, man. Overpower from Diablo. Shizik low. Auto attack is not enough. Oh, it is. First blood goes over to the side of Storm League Enjoyers. We got 174,000 to 179,000. I'm so proud of you, chat. Y'all are doing so good on gambles this weekend. It's... Seriously, we have not had a single gamble that has been below 1,000 channel points, so thank you. Storm League Enjoyers, they're going to find a secondary kill in the top lane on the Tassadar. Let's talk about level 1s as we take a look around the map and see rotations and such being being had. Static Charge for the Tassadar, Soul Shield Diablo, Enhanced Agility, Adrenaline Stimpack for the Blaze. We've got a Parting Gift Tracer, as well as Sapphire for the Deckard Cain. So baseline Haragic Cube is a 35% slow, and the Sapphire adds an additional 30% to the target's afflicted when applied to the Haragic Cube, has a 30-second cooldown. Agile Dismount, Time Walker Pursuit with the Adhoral Anomaly, since Chromie gets talents early. Emerald Dreams, Dwarf Block, and Oisin's Renewal. Tassadar walls can be utilized for Diablo Shadow Charge, just as Entombs are as well. Both are considered collisionable terrain for Diablo. Paralyzing Rage for Leoric. We've got... It's not Nature's Cure at 4, right? Yeah, it's Rejuvenation. Nature's Cure is at 7. Shuriken Mastery. Boo, 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 boo. We're going to see Psionic Echo. Or no, Plasma Shield at level 4. Hold on. Wait a minute. Shadow Charge. Pulse Bomb. Leoric is low, but does not get taken down. Raizu lives on that Leoric. Muradin Dwarf tosses to the side. Camp being pushed into the fort front gate. Here we go. Here we go. 174,000 to 221,000. Aw, chat. Can we get a total million bet? Getting close to at least 500,000. So Raizu is gonna grab bottom lane Siege Giants. I was one. Nope, nope, wait, nope, yes, nope, nope. Okay, never mind. Shadow Charge onto Muradin, collides into the sidewall. Genji with a few shurikens being thrown in here, weaving in a couple autos as well. Chromie with the proper greeting, level 7, level 5. Soul to Flame for Diablo, Incinerator Gauntlets, Potion of Shielding. A lot of tension here in map number 5. Final map of the day, everybody. Skeletal Swing activation onto 2 enemies. Leorc is baiting the fact like he has no allies around. Muradin Dwarf tosses in. Virgil's going to be the target of a heck load of damage to deflect from Genji comes through. Pyromania saves the Blaze as a root from Malfurion and a drain onto Diablo. We'll CC him a little bit, but not enough to find a kill. Both teams with an available turn-in. 7 talents here about to come through in total. Blaze getting a turn-in of 16. You only had 27,000. Well, I hope you end up with a lot more channel points at the end of this. Best of luck. Stormbolt from Muradin. Wind Flames from the Blaze catching on to the Dwarf King. Genji Shuriken Mastery getting some decent stackage. 28 of 60 and more to be grabbed here as they dive onto Blaze. Both teams fishing for a turn-in. Mid lane, Bruiser can't pushed up onto the fort front gate. Still another 35 gems to be turned on the right. 26 on the left. And they have the available turn-in, but who's got it? Diablo, Tracer have got almost the entire turn-in. Opposing side, it's basically Genji, Chromie, and Muradin. Maybe a mixture different, but those are just our high gem count characters. Mopsio hit with a pulse bomb. Tracer backs away. Little healing over time applied. Darnus on this Decker trying to back away the old man. Is he going to go back to the retirement home? Yeah, no, yes, no, yes, no, maybe. That's going to be a kill from Genji. Into the Decker Cade. Leorc will fall as well. It's going to be 10 talents here soon on both sides, but of course Chromie already has hers with Slowing Sands. As we cycle through the other numbers, a level to go for heroics. Leoric is going to be able to respawn in front of the fort. Front gate in bottom lane. Diablo finds a Shadow Charge into Muradin. Overpower onto him as well, trying to pressure onto that Tassadar. Slowing Sands, a root, and a deletion onto Tassadar as he drops a small bundle of gems that Diablo does pick up. Looks like 5 of the, I think 8 were dropped. We have a 500,000 gamble, chat, and there's still a small window available to get your channel points in if you're super confident in one of these two teams. Storm League Enjoyers gonna try and turn in another 8 here on the low side, and this will be Red Webweavers summoned by Leoric and friends. Stormbolt into Diablo, Slowing Sands connect onto him as well. Soul Shield gets activated, 75 spell armor. Does expire, but Diablo, is able to grab a potion and back away just fine. X-Strike, Slowing Sands, Tranquility, Avatar, and Entomb. Don't want to overfeed Bandit. Eye tracks, lightning breath, stay a while and listen for the Deckard Cain. The Chromie is gonna utilize her timeout as she just got level 11. Shadow Charge from Diablo, Swift Strike in as well. Tassadar Force Wall is anti-synergistic. Tassadar just killed his own teammate and just lost 32 gems. Tassadar activates Archon, Slowing Sands inside the Entomb. Good night, Protoss Prince. Well, Webweaver phase has expired. 4 more gems needed, less than that as Blaze picks up the vast majority in bottom lane, pressuring onto Leoric, but it ain't gonna be enough. Sorry, I misread character. Sorry, Leoric in bottom lane picking up gems. Sorry, it's been a 6.5 hour day of casting. Little bit of loss in skill, but either way, we still have great Great action here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. 5 kill advantage on the right-hand side. As Muradin tries to jump in with Genji onto Diablo. Shuriken Mastery is done. Level 13 almost here, so Shin Gun can be picked up in half a level. It will be nerfed in the upcoming patch, which, as I keep saying, I kind of hope the patch comes in June. I would prefer it not to change things up for the players. Now, it would be fun for us to see patch change. Maybe we see, like, Giga priority onto ETC because of it. But either way, I'd prefer it to be after the tournament for the player base. Just to make their lives a little bit easier so they don't have to, like, scrim up on a new patch. If you're listening, Saint Dev, that's my request, but we'll see. 13 almost here on the right side. DeepDiveXtreme are trying to find something before that 13. They do get the blue web weaver summoning. Muradin Avatar is activated. Goes in with the dwarf toss. Entomb from Leoric catches his own ally, but the X strike marks the spot. Chromie has some artillery, and Decker Kane does go down. Pulse bomb onto Muradin. Jet propulsion finds a little splash damage. Almost a kill onto Tassadar, or onto Leoric there from Tassadar. And a root from Alfarian finds the Protoss boy. Genji jumps in. Stormbolt from Muradin finds Tassadar again. Blaze pushing up top lane. Shadow charge from Diablo. Mopsio getting low. Tracer goes in for more damage. Stormbolt does not connect, and Tracer blinks in again for more harassment. Bottom lane Webweaver was pushing up. Leoric does a decent job in mid. No Neil Peasants level 4. It's Paralyzing Rage, so it doesn't have the increased damage to mercenaries and monsters. And Blazes shoved this top lane so effectively, he will confirm the first major structure of the map. Well, chat, reverse sweep territory. Nice timeout from Chromie, avoiding the pulse bomb Tracer. She did go into... Is that Quantum Spike? No, Sticky Bomb, sorry. Quantum Spike and Sticky Bomb are so close in coloring. Archon, Lightning Breath, Bunker, Sticky Bomb, and Stay a While and Listen as the Entomb finds the Tassadar, slowing sands underneath it, and Leoric has the kill needed. Mopsio Avatar's activated. Tranquility from Alfarian comes through. I can't believe it. Mopsio lives. Pops Pulse Bomb onto this Leoric as it's Blaze going down as well. Diablo taps well and backs away safely. 71 gems with 23 turned in of the 55. Muradin dwarf tosses Genji. Jumps in as well. The Stormbolt doesn't connect, but the body block holds Diablo in place for a moment. He activates a Lightning Breath. Tassadar still just respawning. Very ambitious Lightning Breath right there. 97 souls. Ay-ya-ya. Is this boss plus Webweaver? Leoric, by the way, was shoving a wave in bottom lane during all this. Gonna grab Siege Giant Camp. Bruiser Camp on the right. Malfurion hearthing out for full mana. And we have Muradin getting the turn-in.
My magic is yours.
Leoric is unable to get the camp. It's going to be a kill onto Leoric and the camp stolen away. That's a nice XP bolster, as well as shutting down Leoric before the web we were phasing. The bolster also closing that gap to 16 talent tiers. We do have a level lead, favored inside of Storm League enjoyers. Fire Stomp, Shockwave, just working on the wave as best they can. Ancient Blessings was the 13 pickup for Deckard. We do have Leoric going into Crushing, Burning Despair as well as Crushing Hope. Entomb onto Diablo. Sorry, Unyielding Despair. Burning Despair is 20. Diablo is just tanking so much damage. X-Strike Genji tries to go in with the X-Strike. Stay while and listen to Zone. Shizik is so low. Muradin Avatar is activated. And I really don't know where Diablo is anticipating go. Was he trying to tap well? He literally okay, whatever. Leoric goes down in the trade. Muradin dwarf tossing in once again. Has the launch level 16. Doesn't even need imposing presence against the Tracer. Is like, whatever. Auto attack speed debuff. Don't care. No need. Gonna go ahead and just launch on in with the Skullcracker and Dwarf block level 1. We have top and bottom lane forts falling. Mid fort still around, let's say 30%.
My web weavers have fallen.
Both teams have gotten a singular turn in. Both teams needing 55 gems for the Webweaver summoning. Really quick for those that don't know, Harrison Jones still just chilling off to the side. Left click on the gem if you want to know the Easter egg of the map. It's multiple left clicks, by the way. All right, so 55. Oh wait, sorry, my brain. I can't do math today apparently. That we've had 2 Webweaver summonings for Storm League enjoyers. I was looking at their gem hold versus how many they actually needed to turn in. They need 60. They had 55 for a while. And they do have that 60 needed for the Webweaver summoning. Boss will push up wave and top. Ancient Blessings from Decker Kane to try and clear things out a little bit faster. Mid fort will be assailed by Chromie and such. Yeah, Shin Gun, by the way, is going to be nerfed. It is going to deal 60% damage to structures, I believe. But our Red Webweavers, once again, summoned over to the side of Storm League enjoyers, their 3rd Webweaver summoning of the map. Time Walker Pursuit to get some vision. Shock Ray out from Tassadar. Peek into the top lane, man. Everything is collapsing slowly but surely into DeepDiveXtreme. It is a 10-kill advantage. Chromie has the Unraveling level 20. The top lane keep front gate's been taken down. Sidewall's being poked at here and there. As Time Walker Pursuit to get vision as well for the allied squad. Entomb from Leorc finds the Diablo. Stay a while and listen to Zone. Nice pickup right there. Pulse Bomb. Blaze gets inside the bunker. No, wait, who got the Pulse Bomb? Oh, it was Leorc, that's why. Sorry. Intense moments. Webweaver phase doesn't even take down a keep here, actually. They have 22 of 65. The enemy squad, DeepDiveXtreme, has 58 of 55. Oil Slick, nice. Timeout from Chromie to avoid the jet propulsion stun. Genji jumps in, Shin Gun coming through. We have the Juggernaut plating. Yeah, Juggernaut plating for the Blaze at level 16. He still gets taken down by Genji. Muradin Avatar was activated. Tassadar on the low side trying to find some angles. Diablo has full souls, but I think those souls that he just picked up are going to be consumed as he gets taken down by Leorc. Drain Hope. Is Leorc going to consider burning Despair 20? No, he goes into Buried Alive. We've got Unraveling, Living Weapon for Genji, Serenity Malfurion, and Muradin. Rewind, yep. Oh, buddy. Oh, chat. It's looking really good for Storm League enjoyers here. The reverse sweep potential is getting a little sketchy. Boss up in 2 minutes. Siege Giant Camp pushing up into bottom lane. Bruiser Camp available by Leorc in a minute. Right side available. But I don't think they want to back off and grab a camp while they can just hard push into bottom with their 20 talent tier advantage. Entomb, Buried Alive, finds the Blaze, Unraveling, X-Strike. Good night, Blaze. Couple boulders being thrown in here. Siege Giants taking down Keep in bottom lane. Wave and top is about to approach the Keep as well with catapults in tow. My points! Who knows? I mean, Storm League enjoyers, their core could just fall randomly. I will say this, though, like, 20 talents here on the left side could be huge. Hellgate, Twilight Archon, Fortified Bunker, Tracer with... Maybe she goes into Composite B? Decker Kane with Respect the Elderly would be massive. Actually, I don't want this Decker Kane to go Respect the Elderly. I want him to go Perfect Gems. More Scroll of Ceiling and Emerald value. No, bye-bye, Diablo. Entomb doesn't find the target they were hoping for. It actually pushes Diablo out, but he still gets taken down. Souls at 59. Muradin is actually going to get punched to the side by Tracer's level 20, but gets stuffed. Decker Kane going to be going into the Respect the Elderly, and it seems like the enemy team will respect this. Twilight Archon from Tassadar, Hellgate, Diablo, Fortified Bunker on the Blaze as well. And 49 of 65 gems, but here's the thing, boss is up in 5 seconds. Tassadar wants to sustain Twilight Archon off the wave. We'll be able to do so for the time being, getting a couple autos here and there. Actually getting that purple bar built back up. Shockray into the bush, just to check. Muradin Dwarf tosses in, misses the Stormbolt, slowing Sands from Chromie inside. The Buried alive from Leoric, and that is going to be Pulse Bomb from Tracer. Not enough to get a counter kill. Actually, Leoric does go down. Darnus, that Deckard goes out as well. Muradin Dwarf launches in. Blaze caught inside the slowing Sands. Diablo has respawned, but it's Diablo Tracer to try and defend this. Hellgate looking to take down Mopsio. He Dwarf tosses to the side. Slowing Sands, Swift Strike. Diablo Shadow charges out, gets one last potion from Decker Kane. Tracer trying to harass onto Mopsio, who does land the Stormbolt on the right-hand side. Diablo goes down by the keep. Tracer picks up one more healing. One more little heal from Decker Kane is dead inside. Auto-attacking sidewall and such, trying to build up that Pulse Bomb. Mopsio has a Stormbolt available, gets the... Okay. Alright, well, either way, wraps up this best of 5 series. Final series of the day, and holy shit, was this the best one that we got to see. GG, well played, thanks for watching. God. I gotta go lay on the ground after this series. I am pooped.